Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line. Moore, the man in motion.
On 1st down, Fields finding Moore on the out route for the completion.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Fields. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now it's Fields.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Moore. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Again, Fields. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Fields now to throw.
He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. This pass on target, Velus-Jones with it.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Moore, the man in motion.
On 1st down, it's Fields. And he'll go underneath here to Breida.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Throwing again is Fields.
Dumps it off to Mixon.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Mixing up the middle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Mixon, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
Joe Mixon, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Off the play fake, Love.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers!
Christian Watson
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And that one will bounce out of... zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Fields on first down.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson, and he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go again to Jones. And he's brought down.
51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Jones.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead is up to 18 now. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
Velus Jones now from his end zone.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Now a first down throw. Fields trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander. Then into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now Fields.
Check down to Breida. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Again, it's Mixon. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Here's a give to Mixon. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 2nd and 9, Fields.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Back to throw, Fields.
And a loose football, and the Packers pick it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it on one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Bears are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On play action, Fields. Open man left side, it's the tight end, Tunyon.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Play action, it's Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Packers force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Play fake. Here's Love. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put the...
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Love now. And this one complete to Reed.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Romeo Doubs.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Packers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
Folk connects on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
91 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The Bears on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 11. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. They run for it with Mixon. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll take this one down to the 36. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to them. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
A handoff to Mixon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Here's a run with Mixon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their head